Hello everyone, Corky here, and we're gonna settle a debate. Or make it worse, dunno which yet. Who has the better racing? The UK or the USA? To find out who comes out on top, we'll be pitting them against each other in 4 races for each country, in 4 different categories. And the first category is cheapish, and we're going to be racing, representing the UK, Clio Cup cars at Donington Park. Let's get started. And it's lights out and away we go. Here we go at Donington Park. AI getting a bad start as usual. We've got 20 cars kind of lined up here. Alongside coming to T1. I want to brake a little bit more. These Clio Cup cars are tiny little fun cars. I'll admit they aren't, the world's cheapest. But I think they're somewhat representative. And as motorsports go, it's not going to break the bank as much. There are cheaper ones, like Enduro Car, for example, which use the Ford cars, but I couldn't find a mod that worked for those. And I do quite love these Clios, and they're used a lot in junior racing as well. A great introduction to tin tops. Donington Park, equally amazing. Fantastic circuit in its own right. I can't quite remember where it is in the UK, ironically enough, but I can tell you that it's really, really good. We've got a big chicane coming up now. We've got a Renault Clio right on our ass. Well, of course it's a Renault Clio. If it was anything else, I'd be concerned. But we got this chicane. Oh, we've just been done. Oh, but he's gone off. Goodbye, Mr. Clio. Sorry. Giving him the squeeze as we come through here. Then just cutting back in front while we go down to this hairpin. Come on, just crank the wheel in. Pretty tight corner that. All the way down to first gear. And that almost concludes the lap. We have another hairpin to do first. Ooh. Making it up the inside. That was a very late move, but he went wide there. And so we make another place up to P14. And that is race 1 concluded. We're only doing 1 lap of each circuit, but we got to P14. Let's see what the USA has to offer. And up next, in the somewhat cheap category, it is Spec Miata at Road Atlanta. Except this isn't Spec Miata, I lied. Look, there's a Spec Miata mod out there, and I tried it, and it was just weirdly broken with the gear shifts. I don't know why or how, and I tried a while to fix it. These are still Mazdas. These are still Mazda MX-5s, but these are the MX-5 Cup ones, which are a little shinier, and a little fancier, and a little more expensive. But functionally, they are very similar. They're just a newer generation of the Mazda Miata. So with that out of the way, let's get racing at one of my favorite tracks, and one of the few that I have gone to in real life, Road Atlanta. I could write about 1,000 love letters for both this track and this car. This stuff is absolutely amazing. These cars do have a little more grunt than the Spec Miata ones, but they handle pretty similar. They're, what Miatas to be, which is lightweight, good handling, but kind of just small, nimble little cars. Coming down to turn 1, this huge uphill. Car going down the inside, just what the hell? What the hell was that? That green car just diving up the inside completely unfairly, may I add. Let's see if I can go through the S's here and make up some time. I believe that we can, especially as the AI battle. Again, doing only 1 lap here, so this is my only chance. And yeah, you can see the AI just making mistakes, as they often do. Oh, a little bit of congestion up there, and that's going to be 2 places up into P14. Let's see if we can get a little bit better than we did with the Renault Clios, because we were 14th then. So if I can just make a dive up here, that would be greatly appreciated. If we can maybe make a dive in this last corner, I'd be really happy to see that. But we're kind of getting left behind by the car in front, driven by Jim Russell. Braking a lot later than the people in front. We might actually get one position here as we get a far better entrance and exit than Jim here. We're side by side going through this corner. I hope he will, because he's going to pull out. He stays side by side, but he just loses out. And it's across the line in P13. A little last minute overtake for you there. I do love Road Atlanta. I wish I could stay here for longer, but it's 1 lap each. And now we must decide who wins that one. And I'm gonna say it's the USA. I love these Spec Miata cars. And more importantly, I love Road Atlanta. So, now on to the next category. And now, the next category, vintage. These are some old BTCC cars from the 1990s, I believe. It might be the 80s, but I think it's the 90s. These are some vintage racing cars through and through. This one's a beautiful Volvo, and we're also joined by a BMW and a Nissan. And we're here at the historic Alton Park. So let's do our best to survive as we make our way around it. And it slides out and away we go. I love these cars so much. They make such nice noises. We've survived through turn one, made up a couple of positions off start. Now we have this incredibly fast corner that we're gonna want to just break down for. These cars rotate so much, you kind of just throw them in and then come back out of the corner. Got a good run through there, a couple cars off in that first section, so we're already up to P11, so we're doing better than we have in any of the other races. We're gonna want to just mellow it out for this other fast corner. These things handle like crazy, they race like crazy. They're kind of meant to be as aggressive as they can be. A little bit of contact, but again, that really never was too frowned upon. I mean, obviously you wouldn't, ram anyone off the road, but it was a lot more aggressive, as a lot of old racing was. Ooh, God, wow. Fully on two wheels, and ooh, he had to slow down a lot there, well, and I might have just killed him. I'm sorry. Hey, suck it, nerd. Coming now to this other chicane. Heavy braking through here, and wow, I've completely misjudged my braking mark, but I think I'm glad of it, because that car just fully flipped upside down. The AI take a little bit too much curb, and it really kills them. Oh, God, I've gone off. Oh, God, okay. Right, we're fine. We only lost a couple positions there, so we're not so fine. We're still in P9, so we're doing okay. I would love to do a full video on these cars, by the way, because they're just such a joy to drive. So if you'd like to see that, then please let me know. They have so much power and so much handling, and also just really a lot of personality. It's going to be P9 for us. Now, let's see what vintage racing the US has to offer, as it may not have the same history that the UK does. Lack of history, my ass, because we're going back to the 70s, baby. It's the most classic American series of all time. Not NASCAR, Trans Am, from the late 60s to the 70s, featuring only your finest American muscle. This is the Pontiac Firebird, but you have your Dodge Chargers and your Camaros and all the other American machines. Bunch of horsepower under the hood, big old tires, and a hell load of fun. And we're here at Sonoma Raceway, a very hilly American circuit that hosted this exact series. So without further ado, let's see how all of this drives. And it is almost lights out and away we go. And there we go. Wow, okay, Jesus. Lot of wheel spin. Oh, okay, AI getting stupid as usual. And we're already up to P16. It's okay though. We have this huge uphill section. I'm excited to see how this goes. These cars have a lot of horsepower and some weird gearing, and I'm almost just killed a man. I'm so sorry. Going down to this next corner, making a couple more positions as he gets a terrible exit out of there, or avoiding whatever I did to that poor yellow car. This circuit is very undulating, I'll put it like that. Very, very difficult. A lot of incline change, a lot of hills, and some fantastic driving to boot. These things have so much horsepower, and they handle kind of like very weighted. Oh God. Oh God. I've sent it too hard. I've sent it way too hard. Nope, we might be fine. Hey, we're fine. A little bit of contact on exit there, but I don't count that. Ooh, Jesus. These are such fun to drive, but it's a lot of wheel cranking as they often oversteer out of corners very violently. Just having to really manage it as we come down to the end of the lap. Going down to this last corner. Got a good run out of there. But we're going to have to... Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, jeez. Well, that's my bad. But as we come across the line, I think I'm going to give the point here to the UK. And now for our next category. It's Formula One. It's the US GP versus the UK GP. Formula One needs no introduction, so let's just start driving. It's Silverstone first on the list as it slides out and away we go. And it's off. Wow, what the hell happened there? Assetto Corsa AI doing what they do best, which is be stupid. Be very, very stupid. Ooh, Jesus Christ, we should not have gone 3 wide through there. That was a terrible decision. There we go, just making up a lot of positions on start. Some of these are official F1 liveries, some of them are the ones that come with this mod. It's a very grey British day out here in Silverstone. As we do our best to get through here. I love this circuit. Very quick, very undulating, just high-speed corners, high and medium speed, all the way through, save for a few chicanes. Going through Culp's corner, just getting the overtake done, potentially on this Williams here. Going through Maggots and Beckett side by side. I just hit the brakes there, don't want to collide. We're just getting done by the Hyper P1 car. We have DRS now as we head down to this quick corner here at the end of the hangar straight that I forgot the name of. Got a good run through there compared to the Hyper P1, so it might be a dive in the last chicane. And it is. Do we make it stick around the outside? Yes, we do. And indeed, we get it done. Last corner of this last lap, although it's only one lap anyways, so hey. Let's see what the US has to offer in terms of Grand Prix. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and I'd say they're right, especially with the Circuit of the Americas. This place hosts WEC, and NASCAR, and most importantly for our case, F1. The US and the UK are currently tied, so let's see if the US can strike a lead with Circuit of the Americas. And it's lights out and away we go. We're just gonna chill on the throttle a moment as the AI kind of try to sort themselves out. And now we can kind of start moving. We come up to this massive hill at the start here. Into this hairpin. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, I've just killed a man, but it's okay. Now we have this huge S section. It's absolutely insane to drive through. A lot of G-forces being pulled here if you happen to do this in real life. However, I'm sitting in an office chair, sat completely still, and thus I am completely fine. I do love that section though. Now we have this 90-degree turn as we head onto one of the many straights here. The circuit is really solid, I won't lie, but does it hold up to the racing heritage and pure excitement that Silverstone brings? And it's back through here. We have this lovely section now. I don't know what any of the corner names are called, but I do adore this part of COTA. We have this nice kind of late apex corner that I've completely missed regardless. Now we have this very high speed, full right-hander. Almost flat out. Matter of fact, probably should be flat out if you aren't as much as a coward as me. Taking way too much curb there, heading onto the grass a little, but it's okay. And as we come across the final corner right behind Kevin Magnussen and Valtteri Bottas, it is P9 for us. GG USGP. I will have to give this to Silverstone. F1 is the pinnacle of motorsport engineering, but I do not consider it the pinnacle of motorsport as a whole when it comes to racing. For that, I look to GT3s, and so here we are at Brands Hatch in the GT World Challenge. This is GT World Challenge Europe, and the car I'm using is completely inaccurate. This is Rexy, this is a car that runs in IMSA, but I don't care. Give me a break, man. Brands Hatch is a quintessential motorsport venue, I absolutely adore it, and it happens to be one of the stops on the calendar for GTWC Europe. So without further ado, let's see how Tin Tops race at Brands Hatch. It is a dark and cloudy day once again here in the UK, as it seems to be a lot of the time. And it's lights out and away we go. Oh, hey guys. Why are we stopped? Thank you very much. I'll take those positions on the grass. The black cars are just because that comes with the mods I'm using. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, wow. Big shunt. Coming down to Druid's hairpin, or I suppose up to Druid's hairpin, and then just rocketing out. We've got a lot of space on the exit there. There's this kind of mesh that sits on the grass that allows you to extend how far you drive over the curbs. On the back of this Acura. Oh, and I've just killed the Acura. I'm so sorry. I am such a terrible driver, man. I am so sorry. I'm just the main character in this racing series, and none of you can stop me. Oh, but this Mercedes might be able to. Jesus Christ, I saw they coming a mile away, but somehow still failed to stop as I went wide on that corner. Going through these very quick corners here. Just a single downshift as you head through. This is Dingledell, I believe. One of my favorite corners. Oh, and we've ran completely wide. Okay. This is truly the pinnacle of racing. Oh, wow, okay. I am just going wide on most corners. That's a little bit of a shame. But we are going to be P13 for this race, which I don't consider to be too bad. As long as we can just get to the finish line, not going in the damn sand trap. Wow, this is truly going great. Jensen Button sits behind us, but we're just going to keep him at bay as we head back down the Paddock Hill bend to conclude that race. Into the sand trap we go. If you recognize the I Heart NY sign, you'll already know where we are. We're at Watkins Glen, and Reckley is feeling right at home because this is an IMSA track as well as a NASCAR track. I adore this, and that's a good thing because if we want a tie between the UK and the US, Watkins Glen is going to have to win over Brands Hatch or its GT racing. Now, a quick note. IMSA normally runs with prototypes at the front of the field, as well as these little GT3s, but they're not going to play much into this anyways, because this is only one lap. So, I've left them out, and it's just going to be the 20 GT3 cars. Let's see what Watkins Glen has to offer. I really do think Watkins Glen is quite representative of what US Motorsport has to offer. It's this large, exciting track in the middle of mostly just countryside, from what I remember. AI are being stupid again off start, as you would expect. But now we're up and rolling along to this first corner. It's a quick corner, but it's slow on lap 1 because you don't want to go into the back of the poor Corvette in front of you. We do make an overtake here, though, and now it's going to be flat through this section. As we make it behind this Nissan, we're going to have to lift off here to not hit the wall, but we still hit the wall anyways. God damn it. Making it up to speed, coming down to the chicane, known as the bus stop. Very quick chicane. I absolutely adore it. And now this very quick corner coming out of there. You just gotta release off the throttle and modulate it a little bit. We ran a little bit wide coming out to the exit curb. A couple cars going wide here, especially this BMW, so we might make an overtake as he gets a poor exit. He's staying side by side. He's still on the inside. Wow. This is some actually solid racing. But he comes out on top, at least for that corner complex. We can see if we get him down to here, but I'm not sure we're going to. And put it on the brakes, and oh, we might. Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay, way too late of a dive. Very unfair of me, but we did make it. Oh, and we ran wide there. Just not making it through. I'm just gonna go defensive so that this Nissan doesn't get us. There's been some good racing, though, so far. Very side by side, very competitive, and we're coming down to this last corner. Back onto the back stretch. Please don't hit the wall. There we go. I keep running wide. That seems to be my shtick now. But I'm gonna say, and I promise I didn't rig this, Watkins Glen wins, which means we have a tie between the UK and the US. So to answer the question, who has better motorsport? The answer is both, because motorsport is cool in both countries, no matter what. Now, with that out of the way, I will see you guys next time in another video. Goodbye.